Namaste. Today I'm going to read Volume 1, Book 2, Rudra Samhita, Part 2, Chapter 21, The Dalliance of Sati and Shiva, in the Shiva Puran. Om Vakratudamākaya Sri Kurisa. Om Ekadantaya. Om Yari. Hari Om Tat Sat. Narada said, "O dear, your words are perfect, inasmuch as you are omniscient, sinless one. The wonderfully auspicious story of Shiva and Shivani has been heard by us. We have heard the detailed account of their marriage that destroys delusions, makes one endowed with true knowledge, and which is excellently auspicious. I wish to know more of the auspicious story of Shiva and Shivani, hence having unequaled consideration for me, O intelligent one, please narrate the same." Brahma said, "Your inquiries for the history of the merciful Lord are pursued well, since you have prompted me to narrate the divine sports of Shiva. Know from me what Shiva did with pleasure on reaching his abode after his marriage with goddess Sati, Daksha's daughter and the mother of the three worlds. O celestial sage, after reaching his gay abode along with his gunners, Shiva descended from his bull with great pleasure. O celestial sage, entering his apartment in a befitting manner along with Sati, Shiva, assuming worldly conventions, rejoiced very much. Then after approaching Sati, Shiva sent out his attendants Nandi and others from the cave in the mountain. Following the manner of the people of the world, the merciful Lord spoke these affable and courteous words to Nandini and others. Lord Shiva said, "O my attendants, my mind's respectfully concentrated in thinking upon me. You shall come to me only when I remember you." When Shiva said like this, Nandi and others who constituted the powerful set of attendants of quick speed left for different places. When they went away and he was left alone with Sati, Shiva rejoiced much and sported with her. Sometimes he gathered some sylvan flowers and wreathed a fine garland out of them, which he put round her neck in the place of the necklace. While Sati was admiring at the reflection of her face in the mirror, Shiva came behind and peeped into the reflection of his own face. Sometimes he would be sporting with her earrings, tying and untying and scrubbing them himself. Sometimes by the application of red dye, Shiva made her naturally red feet completely red. Many things which could be said aloud, even in the presence of many, Shiva whispered into the air in order to see her face. He would not go far from her. If at all he went, he would return suddenly and close her eyes from behind, and while she was thinking about something else, he would ask her his name. Sometimes Shiva would become invincible through his Maya and suddenly embrace her, when she would become terrified and agitated. Sometimes with musk, he would make marks like bees on her breast that resembled the buds of a golden lotus. Sometimes he would take the necklace off her breast and press them with his hands. Sometimes he would remove the bracelets, bangles, rings from their places and fix them again one by one. Even as she was looking on, sometimes he would come to her lofty breasts, saying with laughter that this dark spot, Kalika, on your breast is your companion of the same color, as it contains the same letters as are found in your name, Kalika. Sometimes, when he was too much excited with love, he would exchange pleasantries with his beloved. Sometimes, he would gather lotuses and other beautiful flowers and decorate her with them as though with ornaments. In the company of his beloved Shivani, Shiva, who is favorably disposed to his devotees, sported about among the mountain hedges. Without her, he did not move anywhere. He did not stay anywhere. He did not carry on any activity without her company. Shiva was not happy without her even for a moment. After dallying among the hedges and grottos in the Kailasha mountain for a long time, he went to the Himalayan ridges where he remembered Kama out of his own accord. When Kama reached the vicinity of Shiva, spring spread all his splendor in accord with the inclination of the Lord. The trees and creepers blossomed and bloomed. Waters were covered with full-blown lotuses. Bees hovered round the lotuses. When that excellent season set in, the gentle Malaya breeze, fragrant and delightful, due to sweet-smelling flowers, blew all round. The palasa flowers, resembling the hue of the twilight and shaped like the crescent moon, shone like the flowery arrows of Kama at the feet of trees. The lotus flowers shone in the lakes. The goddess wind endeavored to fascinate people with her sweet face. With their flowers golden in hue, the Nagakesara trees shone beautifully like the banners of Kama, rendering the breeze fragrant with its smell. The clove creeper fascinated the minds of passionate people with its sweetness. The mango trees and the sully plants, shining like mild fire, shone like the open couches for the flowery arrows of Kama. With full-blown lotuses, the pure waters of the lakes shone like the minds of sages, wherein the supreme splendor, Atman, is clearly reflected. The dewdrops, as they came in contact with the rays of the sun, turned into vapors, like the hearts of the people turning pure in association with the good. The nights became bright with the moon devoid of mist. Lovely women shone beautifully in the company of their lovers. In this atmosphere, on that excellent mountain, Lord Shiva sported about for a long time among the groves, hedges, and streams in the company of Sati. O sage, then Sati so exercised his splendid influence on Shiva that he did not have mental peace without her even for a moment. The goddess satisfied his mind and fullness in the matter of intercourse. She seemed to enter his body. He made her drink that juice. With garlands of flowers wreathed by himself, he decorated her person and felt new pleasures. With diverse conversations, glances, joking remarks, and exchanges of pleasantries, he instructed Shivani in the knowledge of self. Drinking the nectar from her moon face, Shiva stabilized his body. Sometimes he experienced exhilarating and particularly pleasing state. Just as a huge elephant that is bound with ropes cannot have any other activity, He was also bound by the sweet fragrance of her lotus-like face, her beauty, and her jocular pleasantries. Thus, in the ridges and caverns of the Himalayan mountains, the Lord sported about in the company of Sati every day. According to the calculation of the Devas, 25 years elapsed, O celestial sage, during which he dallied thus. Footnotes. (275). The text of the second half of the verse is corrupt, hence the translation of that portion is conjunctural. This is pertaining to Kalika. The reading about Kalika, right? And 276. It's also corrupt. The text of the second half of the verse is corrupt, hence the translation of that portion is conjunctural. And that's pertaining to the dewdrops as they came in contact with the rays of the sun turned into vapors, like the hearts of the people turning pure in association with the good. So that part is not also stable too. So yeah, here ends today's reading of the Shiva Puran. Om Prabhu Pranaratam Vivambeshwaratam Chakarnatanatam Sanatapaja Shivam Shakar Om Kapuragaram Karanam Bhavam Bhavam Siddha Om Shamsapura Sutram Makamicham Swashtima Om Jaya Mata Chapita Jaya Mata Shachasakar Om Hari Om Tat Sat.